That's how we set the ball rolling tonight. It's all about laughter galore. It's all excitement. It is called the Freaky Friday, or call it the Freestyle Friday. My name is Foster Romanus, and I'm here with my bro. K to the H to the E to the M to the I to the K to the A to the L. Khemikal is in the building, and he's my guest tonight. You can join us on WhatsApp 0202222054. 0202222054. Me born in the I know it's all gentle oba. And come baby, you just here. But I said no why if be like yo man, my shizzle man. What's up, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Charlie.
They look like some dada B view, like.
Not be dada B, but like because of Corona, we dey wash on our hand, we dey bath, so freshness level, freshness due to
like,
water and sanitizing.
Like you know go bath, crap.
Oh, I go bath, but we roll to do that. I toss it and you
So how many times do you bath?
Oh, twice a day.
Hey! First day, 1 week, now one.
Oh, 1 week ablution, 2 weeks bath, contract.
So, comedian Khemikal is my guest. 020 once again 22222054. Let's get interactive. Let's get interactive. Go on Twitter, tweet at us. It is at ETV Ghana, and the hashtag is the Late Night Celebrity Show. Now we're going to read all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know the show today, because he's a rapper too. I won't wait for him to say. He raps too. He's a don't worry, we'll get there. Charlie, but how have you been?
Like I said, Charlie, I've been washing my hands since March. So. And I mean, nobody has served me any food yet, because customarily in Ghana, when you start washing your hands, it means you are preparing to eat.
You know?
Nowadays, I wash my hand and I enter places. I'm coming out, I have to wash my hand. Charlie.
Without any food.
Without any
but
food.
How has this change affected you? Like, like you're saying, the bathing thing and all, but now it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, you are in the art.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, so I know you are aware.
I'm not aware.
I mean,
I'm not aware.
I mean, we stand-up comedy has become. I mean, everybody seems to be going virtual. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, because of social distancing and because of the number of people that are supposed to occupy a certain place at a given time.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, people are not doing traditional or hosting traditional shows like they used to. And so, I mean, it's okay, but it's not as it used to be. So let's say, I mean, back then it was like market day every now and then, but now, I mean, it's some way, but I mean, it's a new trend, and so we'll find a way to
get adapted.
I mean, we have actually found a way to adapt to it. So yeah, it's all good.
Wow! But have you done anything virtual? Anything virtual?
Not yet. I haven't done anything virtual.
Are you planning on doing something?
Well, there's something in the pipeline.
Oh wow! Is it going to be only you or?
No. I mean, it can't be only me. I'm not a one-man army. So
okay.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, there'll be.
How soon should you expect that?
How soon
should we expect that?
How soon? I would say getting closer to elections, because there's a whole. I would love to talk politics despite OBs. Yeah. I would love to venture into that side.
Did OBs thing have any effect on you? Did it make you scared? What did you say when you heard that? What did you do?
What did I do? I mean, I laughed.
Yeah, you laughed.
I laughed. I mean, this is someone who is doing serious
stand-up comedy.
Stand-up, intelligent comedy. I'm not trying to say who's jumped but this is someone who is trying, like, not trying. This is someone who did some killer stand-up, serious political comedy, and everybody wanted his neck. And it wasn't even, was it Christmas?
Yeah, it was after Christmas. He did it on Christmas Day.
So probably they wanted to use him for, Boxing Day. So, I mean, I laughed, but then I I realized that, yeah, this is the guy. I mean, having done that and then getting all that feedback means he's doing something right. So me, I was happy because it was a leap for not just his career, but for everybody else's career, everybody in the stand-up comedy industry.
It didn't get you scared in any
no,
way?
No, it didn't get me scared. It didn't get me scared. I mean, one thing that I can say for sure that I'm not scared of is threats. Everybody dies, Charlie. So if you threaten me,
so you're not scared to die early, or
if you die, you die. Me, I've received threatening messages before, and
what happened?
Oh, Charlie, it was it was some personal.
Okay, it's not linked to comedy.
It's not linked to comedy.
Okay.
And then, I mean, someone sent me a threatening message, threatening to, kill me. Take me to what is it? Yeah, kind of say, take me to Agbalagba.
Yeah.
Take me to the mall, take me to the Volta region, Nogopo. The person doesn't know I'm Nogopo. So yeah, I've received threatening messages before, and it didn't do anything to me. So
that's the least that you can worry
about.
That's
the least. I mean.
But let's come back. Khemikal as a name.
Yeah.
Is that your real name? How did that name come about?
Okay, so I mean, obviously, it's not my real name. That name came about when I was.
You don't know.
Oh no.
Some people are called DSTV.
No.
Domevo, Vovola, Section 8.
So I was one of the good students in my class, and I was not really the best chemistry student in my class, but I was one of them, and I was truant. I was hardly in class, and there's this friend of mine called Prince, who transitioned from macho man. Now he's a pastor. I'm not actually. So he was like, Charlie, the state class. Small time you lost, small time you appear. This one there be like some chemical reaction. So true that I got the name. That was in, I think, SS2. I didn't go to senior high school. SS2 is it first term? Yeah, I think first term.
You didn't go to senior high school?
No, I did senior secondary school. I did senior secondary school.
Okay, you did SSS.
Yeah,
you didn't do
SHS.
SHS.
I didn't do
Which
SHS.
school was that?
Okay, so shout out to Methodist Girls High School. I went to a girls' school. Yeah, I went to a girls' school. For the record, I'm the only person in this. I believe I'm the only person in this country who attended a boys' school, St. Paul's Technical. I attended a mixed school, Methodist High School, and then it was converted to a girls' school, Methodist Girls High School. So if you talk about boys' school, I have something to say. Talk about mixed, I have something to say. Talk about
girls'
school too, I have something to say.
Were you there when it was turned to a girls' school?
Yeah, it was. So when I was in Form 2, Form 1 was just girls. When I was in Form 3, Form 2 and Form 1 was just girls. And we had this friend, he had like a girlfriend almost in every class, and I called him King Solomon. Jihad. He has a girlfriend. Home economics. He has a girlfriend. Visual arts.
I think girls plenty for the that thing they go hard though.
Hey.
How did you cope?
Charlie,
How many did you have?
Oh, 0.
Shark like you.
Oh, shark.
Hey.
Well, I was a shark, but shark and watch you. Shark doesn't buy watch.
So you studied science?
I did, yeah, agric science.
Agric science.
Yeah.
Oh, DKB also did agric
science.
science.
Yeah, DKB. I was in the same college of Agric and Consumer Science at the University of Ghana. Yeah, I did agric science. Tough course, Charlie.
Wow, you did agric.
Yeah.
So what's the botanical name for banana?
Banana. Hey, I forget too.
Achisa. Achisa. Oh, kai. It starts with MU.
MU. Musa.
Musa Sapianto.
Yeah, I forget. But maybe you should try another one, so I would get it.
Okay. What is the botanical name for cabbage?
Cabbage. Brassica oleracea CV botrytis var cauliflower. Oh, that's Brassica oleracea var capitata. Yeah, that's cabbage.
Cabbage.
Brassica oleracea var capitata.
Aquavio. Oh, Brassica.
The one I said was cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, this one is cabbage.
Obolosia.
Yeah.
But why do they have botanical names?
You know, Abi, they have the genus and the species. So, I mean, two parts. But some, Charlie,
brand new, boy, it's still there from Brokia, Anument to Obwada. Brokia.
Charlie. So, apart from comedy,
what
I'm
is?
a farmer.
Yes, a botanical name for Watchman.
Watchman.
Many come into Minda. Wow, but actually, but why? Why? Because you are a very brilliant student.
That's
like
what
you're
you
saying.
say, me, I don't know.
No, but you are giving. I mean, like you're saying, you are one of the best students in class.
Yeah, I was.
Agric science. I mean, most of us didn't really like science, so we didn't even look at that angle.
Yeah.
And agric science with all the botanical names to write exams, to pass, to even get to university. And in the university to also Charlie, so why did you then decide to put all this aside?
Okay, so I have never really enjoyed working in a controlled environment. I mean, that is the reason why I never really did well in class. Even
staying in class.
I mean, in terms of group assignments, I was always like the solo, you know. And I never saw myself working in an office. I never saw myself, and I wanted freedom. And so I decided to tap into the humor that I had, because at almost every stage in life, when I was in school or when I was the class clown.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
With this fine face.
All the time I was the class clown.
You
know, I wasn't fooling.
Okay.
As in, yeah, but I was passing, you know.
You're putting gags down.
Exactly. And it was like on point. So that was what made me the class clown. And so when I think at a level, I think when I completed University of Ghana and I was doing my service, I was like, oh, Charlie, this comedy thing I have to try. Even before then, when I was at the university, I have two friends of mine who were like, oh, Charlie, but you cry, you can become like KSMO. Yeah. And there was one time I was watching this audition and I was watching someone bombing. I'm like, but this thing, I go fit do.
Simple crime.
So I was like, okay, I'll pursue this thing. And at the time, you were on Stars of the Future. So I remember I approached you. They say real men wear pink. That day you were wearing pink. You were wearing pink long-sleeved shirt at the Legon bus stop. There was a mango tree there. You were standing there, you were having your phone. I approached you. I'm like, oh, Foster, this thing, they're fooling you. I want food some. And you were my senior in GSS. So I'm like, Charlie, help me. And you did. And you did. And you helped me out.
Me?
Yeah, you and then DKB. So, yeah, that was when I decided.
I'm going for a quick commercial break. Oh,
but
hold on. I'm going for a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
You're a superstar.
Khemikal right there doing his own thing. This was like how many years ago?
This is like 6 or 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a vampire. I don't grow.
6 years ago?
Yeah, 6
the
or
only
7
thing that's
years
changed
ago.
is the beard though.
Yeah.
You see?
Communications person for beard gang.
Keep your messages coming 02022222054. I'm going to read them 020. Anything you want to ask my brother right here. So 6 years down the line, let's say that one is being added. What is your story? Tell us your story. How the struggles, the high moments, the low moments, the moment where did there ever come a time where you were like, I want to quit?
Yeah, I think there's been several times where I wanted to quit. I remember one of the first times I bombed on stage. You know, you know, I was performing at I think LMAO at KNUST.
Kumasi.
And then I got on stage. I don't know what the audience took. I don't know who put something in their drinking water, but I mean, I started my set. I didn't even, I mean, spend like a minute on stage, and all I could hear was, oh.
E.
When I start talking, oh, fro. So, in less than 2 minutes, I left stage. I came backstage, and I'm like, Charlie,
You like this thing there?
this thing there, I'm not going to
Into
do it.
me,
Yeah, I mean, the stories are plenty. There's one time, this story, DKB for. There's one time DKB and I went for a program, we went for a show. I think DKB got paid well, or he received something more than I did, or I think I didn't receive anything. And so we took a car to Circle. I was expecting at least
something small.
DKB. If they take taxi, socket me something small. Let me also join the taxi, and then what? We all go home together. But I think that he didn't have enough, cause DKB, I mean, he's generous. He didn't have enough, and he didn't know how to say it. So DKB JI, DKB JI, and then he sat in a taxi. He paid for himself, and I had to go enjoy a queue
To take your
And
trotro.
I'm talking about 1 a.m. at Circle. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. So I was at Circle from like 1 a.m. in a trotro, 1 a.m. to like 3 something before I was able to get home.
Wow.
DKB was on his BlackBerry.
But you didn't hear my cry.
Oh, Kai, forget.
So when you look back and then you see all these, like you reflect on all these things, how does that motivate you, or how do you feel when you look back and you look at all the successes you've chalked to this point?
I mean, there's first of all, I like to say there's no formation without repetition. And I mean, some of these hardships or some of these, I mean, tough times were recurring. You know, it happened from time to time, and it even shaped my material. You understand? Cause I mean, comedy is tragedy. Tragedy is comedy. If you, I mean, I have not really seen a DB stand-up comedian. Even if that person is a DB, there's some suffering somewhere.
If
That is
also
the reason
small,
why.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm a DP.
Oh, Kai. I beg.
Oh, yeah. Very trust.
Yeah. So I mean, these stories really motivate me to write more. And then looking at 10 years back and looking at now, there's been massive improvements. Not to myself, but to the stand-up comedy as a whole here in Ghana. Because when we started out, it was, you know, people weren't really vibing, but now everywhere you go, you have people doing shows here and there. You have your show, Obi has his, Lexi, DKB, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Awesome. So, like you were saying, looking back at 10 years from now.
Yeah.
So, what is the future like 10 years from now?
In future, I honestly think 10 years from now, I'll be mounting international stages. When I say international stages, I'm not saying, of course, I mean, I've been on an international stage before, but I'm looking at breaking through to Australia, breaking through to South America, North America, Asia, and then even here in Africa, Nigeria, you have Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, and talking of South Africa, I think I missed an opportunity twice. Yeah.
Really?
Because
What happened?
I wasn't checking my mail.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed an opportunity twice because I wasn't checking my mail. So yeah, I mean.
Wait. You're supposed to go perform.
You know, they sent the message to me that they needed me for a gig there. And At the time I saw the message, oh,
The show was over.
the show was over. It was passed twice.
Ah,
2 times.
in South Africa.
In South Africa, yeah.
Because you were not checking your emails.
Because I wasn't checking.
Hey, whoa. Hey,
that's why we need management. No.
Oh wow!
That's the reason
But
why
then you don't have notifications or?
Well, I do have notifications, but for someone like me, you know, I merged my at that time I merged my personal, email accounts to my stand-up comedy email account. So they were just coming in.
So you're getting all those junk mail and all.
You have like 1,000, even in your spam you have like 1,000, and then the main mail you have like 1,000 plus, and so that is.
You had to go through like 1,000.
Exactly, and almost everything there looked important. So I just, skimmed through it or glanced through it, and then that's all.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is a huge. This was when, like, all the two.
Oh, all the two. I think it was. Like 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years
Whoa!
ago,
But then you've been to Nigeria.
Yeah.
You went on what show was that?
Funny Bone on Team.
Funny Bone on Team.
Yeah.
How was the experience like?
The pressure was serious. I learned a lot, and I think I was at some point. The pressure was serious. The pressure was serious, but it was an experience. I was able to get laughs. They related because I think I did something about movies, and so it was a great experience.
Wow!
Yeah.
I want you to tell us what you learned, and then how you deal with the pressure you talk about before you go on stage. How are you able to calm that pressure?
Okay, this is how I'm able to calm pressure. When I'm on stage, I have fun. You
So before you go on stage,
before I go on stage, I'm like, I'm just going there to have fun.
that's why you're ambition. The pressure better now come and say, yeah,
doing stand-up comedy for a foreign audience. You understand? You know that when you are doing it locally, you have, like, you are familiar. This is your terrain.
So
but this was somewhere else, and there were a lot of stand-up comedians. And the time I had to go on, I was supposed to go on at 10 a.m., but the show dragged, and I went on at 2 a.m.
10 a.m. or 10 p.m.?
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. And I went on at 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m.?
Yes. I went on at 2 a.m.
We'll come back to talk about that part of event when comedians are let to go at certain times. I'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
You're a superstar.
Right, thank you very much for still tuning in to ETV Ghana, and this is the Late Night Celebrity Show. My name is Foster Romanus. My guest is comedian Khemikal. You can join me on WhatsApp, is 02022222054. Before we went on the break, you're talking about where you performed in Nigeria at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
What is the, I don't even know how to put it, but how does it happen such that when you are billed on a show, how do you do it? Do you tell the people when you want to perform? Or
normally there's a running order. And sometimes, or occasionally, you have like 1 or 2 upcoming stand-up comedians who want to, fill the slot and then also have
open
that
mics.
exposure. And so sometimes when that happens, it pushes the whole thing, and then there are musical acts. Let's say if I'm the one having the show, I have friends who are probably musicians, who are poets, who are stand-up comedians.
So you want to help them.
It sort of like I owe them some favor, so I have to push them here so that I don't offend anyone. So when it happens like that, it sometimes pushes the show back. It drags the show. So I think that is one of the things that happened in Nigeria. The reason why I performed at 2 a.m. But I mean, it was a good show because every act that came on was on fire. Every act that came on was on fire, and everybody was proving like, yeah.
So how do you feel when you are backstage and every artist, every comedian before you is killing?
It's very difficult because if you are coming after, if you are coming after someone
who has lifted
the bar from 1 to 5, it's either you maintain 5 or you go to 6. You don't drop to 4. Else everybody will be like, what is wrong with this guy? Yeah. And so it gives you some kind of pressure, it gives some kind of pressure because you have to go and make it, else.
But how do you know that this joke will fit for this audience or this joke will make this person laugh?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's most of the time, it depends on the mood, my mood first.
Okay.
Before the audience mood. If I'm in a very happy mood, it doesn't even have to be a joke. I would say it and you would laugh. But when the mood is not there, and it's very tricky because as a stand-up comedian, you are there to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And so you have to always be in the mood. That's a very difficult.
You should be in the mood
to
do them some.
It's like, honey, today I will do.
I'm not in the mood.
I'm not in the mood. You have to be in the mood. It's very tricky, but I mean, it's all part of the act. That's what makes stand-up comedy one of the most difficult.
So you say stand-up is difficult?
It's very difficult.
But are you treated or are you getting that recognition, that payment, so to speak, as difficult as it is?
Not really.
Why?
Not really, because I've had times and occasions where people were like, and I said 5 minutes when I'll barbe you. And it's very painful because that 5 minutes I'm coming to do, if I should tell you the amount of work I have put in that 5 minutes, you wouldn't believe me, because there was one time I did a joke. I tried a joke. It didn't work, and I didn't know what to do to the joke. I left the joke to sit. And then after like 3 years, I had a click to tune that joke. And when I was able to tune that joke moved from not being very funny to like a 5 to 6 minute set. So this 5 to 6 minute set that I'm coming to share with you on stage, it's something that I've been working on for 3 years. Wow. That is the reason why most of us recycle jokes, because writing jokes is a very difficult task. And so, like I always say, a good joke is not written, it's rewritten. The first time you have the idea, that's not a joke. It is when you retell it, when you rewrite it, that is when it becomes the joke. A good joke is rewritten, it's not written.
Killer so, giving quotations answers. A good joke is rewritten, not written. Deep. Jumping through the able kumanana. Unimakan.
Oh, I can.
Unimakan. So what do you write about when you're writing a jokes? What do you think? What do you set your mind on?
Most of the time I write things that relate to everybody and things that relate to me, my personal life.
So you include your personal life?
I mean, any joke that I have said is something that I relate to personally, something that has happened to me, or something that I think about, something that annoys me. That is what I write about.
Wow.
So when I was talking about relationships, when I was talking about
you had a broken heart already.
Like,
What happened in the broken heart there?
What happened? I've had, some broken hearts. I remember there was one time I got my heart broken. It was 31st night. I was supposed to be in church worshiping God, but I was roaming about in the streets of Medina calculating, I love this girl.
Why did she break up with you?
Charlie. Oh, by you. Charlie.
Why? What happened?
Charlie.
Oh, what happened? Tell us. Summarize it.
I should summarize it.
Some patama.
Since didn't go.
Why? Was it like she thought the comedy thing wasn't working, or Has that happened? Like you lost somebody because you're pursuing comedy?
Not directly, not actively, but passively. You know, it was part of the reasons.
Part of the reasons.
Nah, you comedian, you know,
Mm.
you know, like, but there's been time when I was in a relationship. They're like, hey, if we go and see my parents, what will I say?
No, what
but
job do you do?
What job do you do?
He's a comedian.
You know, I'm a public speaker.
Yeah, you import humor.
I'm a public speaker. Yeah, so there's been times like that, but I mean, currently, nah.
Are you dating now?
Dating.
No.
Hard one.
Man thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing
You are
someone,
dating.
yeah.
Like serious or
Yeah, oh, serious.
we are looking at it.
Looking at it. We are not looking at
We
anything.
are seeing if it work. So it is gangani. So you are getting married soon. Sampatama.
We leave all to God. God the Father.
Are you afraid?
I'm not
Are you
afraid.
afraid your family which are watching?
They don't have TV, but they
may know.
Yeah.
Going for my last break. When I come back, Khemikal is still my guest, and I open the phone line so you can talk to him, interact with him. Stay tuned. I'll be back.
You're a superstar.
The phone line is activated 0555657278 0555657278. You can call and talk to Khemikal right now. But in the meantime, let me just do a few messages that have dropped in. Thank you for the messages. And then this is from Henry inside Techiman. Wow, shouts to you, Henry, right there. He says, I really like your show. Thank you very much. My name is Rahmatu from Shukra, sorry. I love this program. Julio says, Khemikal, they watch you live from Taiman. You do all, bro. The celebrity birthday wisher from Alajo. You're looking good, Foster. Oh, thank you. Hello, I have a caller. Hello? Okay, I don't have a caller. All right. And then this one says, Prince Kusiampofu says, watching from Insawam Police Barracks. Thank you for this one. And then this one says, hi, Romanus. This is Rojeje watching you guys live at Teshi. You two, they do well, power for the comedy inside and have been holding Ghana comedy down. Big ups. I remember Khemikal linking me up to perform at Comedy Bar some time ago. Y'all should keep killing. Hello, I have a call on the line. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling me from?
I'm Patrick, calling from Nungwa.
All right, Patrick from Nungwa. Go ahead and talk to Khemikal.
I like your aspect of though, and the guy too on the studio is looking good.
Thank
and
you.
I like his comedy show, and you should keep on doing it.
Oh, thank you. God bless you. Allah bless you. Krishna bless you. So right now there are so many religions, you might never know which one he belongs to. So.
But they are all God. But someone here says he knows the broken heart story.
Who's that?
Rojeje, he says, I know the broken heart story.
Rojeje. Oh, you know. He's not lying.
Rojeje, no.
He's not lying.
And you can't hear TV.
He's not lying.
Okay, hello, bro. I wish my wife happy belated birthday, policewoman Sergeant Linda. So happy birthday to you. Happy. Hey, sure. Good evening. What's your name? Okay, lost that one there. Says this one is from Insawam CID office, Charlie. Like your cellmates or the puppy. Shouts to you all doing the watching. So Khemikal, I mean, briefly, what do you think if you're given the power to change one thing about GH comedy, what's going to be that one thing?
Pricing. Them for pay we well. Yeah, I mean, I think.
Hold on, I have a call on the line.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm Drake. I'm calling from Gas South.
Okay, go ahead and talk to Khemikal.
I like the guy, his comedy and everything. Charlie, the guy is super.
Be dope.
Thank you, boss.
Please find for us also the University of Ghana on site this one exam so that they'll cancel it.
You say?
That's
What's it like?
the University of Ghana on-site examination. Please help us to share the message across and
It's
issue
simple.
counseling.
It's
Because
simple.
the life of our guys matters.
It's simple. Create a WhatsApp group. Tell everybody not to go.
All right, thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. Yes, you say you change pricing.
Yeah, I'll change. Can I change 2 things?
Okay, what's
I'll
good?
change, I'll change pricing, and I would let a lot of people invest into stand-up comedy because it looks like what investors are interested in is beauty pageants. So I don't know, maybe in future we should start changing our comedy shows to comedy bar beauty pageant. Then comedy express beauty pageant. So yeah, pricing and then sponsorship. And
But
that's what
whose duty is it for the pricing?
whose duty? I think it's two-way. You know, I think we have to get our acts on point. I know we are doing that. Get our act on point, and then, I mean, when the event houses call us, I mean, they should understand that we are doing a lot. This is what we feed on. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
So my time is up. Let's hear your final message and then your handles.
So I'd like to tell everyone to keep supporting GH Comedy. I mean, things has changed because of COVID-19, but still keep supporting us. And I would like to say, I mean, give a shout out to Mamiesi.
Is she the one?
I just want to give a shout out.
Okay.
She's a frontliner.
Frontline essential worker.
Essential
For
worker.
both you and the country.
For everybody.
Only you.
And then I'd like to give a shout outs to Senam, the family, my mom, my dad, everybody. I mean, anyone watching. There's this guy, Tepre Precious. I mean, one of my guys, Charlie. I mean, bless you.
Okay, so your sister says, I'm watching you from Agbogba. I also know the Broken Heart story. Go ahead, bro. I'm proud of you. And this is
I
from
forgot
your
my handles. So it's at comedian KMK on all social media.
Comedian KMK.
Yeah.
All right, so good evening, Foster. Royal Baby watching live from Tesla. Big ups to Khemikal. I think he's doing well. We should support GH Comedy. My name is Foster Romanus. Thank you always for doing the watching. Thanks for your messages and calls. Up next is In Bed With Our Dream. Follow me. It's on Instagram at Foster Romanus, Twitter as Foster Romanus, Facebook, Romanus Live. Thank you very much, and I'll be back next week. Sapatama.
Putu.
Sapatama.
That one is hard to say.
But when the musicians come, I tell them to give us a joke, a song. So once you are here, to give us a joke.
A joke. Okay, this is a quick one. I mean, there's one thing in Ghana. When you finish bathing, like after you are done preparing, you apply perfume. And then I noticed that there's a difference between a rich man's perfume and a poor man's perfume. A rich man's perfume, they call it cologne, they don't call it perfume. And when they apply it, simple, finish. But have you ever seen a poor man applying perfume? First of all, it's not perfume, it's spray. And before they apply, shake it. This thing go pour up. After spraying, they're like, boss, you did smell them.
Peter Onye spray no.
That's what the guys call tulali.
All right, people, thank you very much. Up next is In Bed With Our Dream. Good night, stay safe, and don't discriminate. I'll be back.